This shows an architecture which uses one-way trunk routes, unidirectional sets of tracks. Instead of making pairs of tracks flow in opposite directions against one another, you can get much higher movement of traffic by bunching them all together in the same direction and making them come back a geographically different way. This uses the idea that all the trains always flow in one direction and never reversing out. So that reduces the amount of times that the trains need to cross one another's paths. Also, by making the trunk routes unidirectional, that is, each trunk flows uniformly in the same direction all around the place, we get to use the two-track crossovers to get twice as much throughput or traffic through. So here is an example where we've got pairs of tracks all going in the same direction, but you can cross these tracks over so that you get double the throughput. So if you distribute your trains across both tracks, then they can all go in parallel together. So let's just have a bit more of a look. It looks a bit crazy or even artistic. Instead of a grid pattern of rectangles or squares like in a city, it's the same idea. You've got some trunks going in various directions one way and other trunks going in various directions the other way, and you can interlink them to get more or less from anywhere you want to anywhere else you want without going through stations. You can also build these trunks up into quite wide trunks for quite heavy duty use. So for example here, I need to transport a lot of logs to the sawmill in Toledo. So I've got various services coming in and out of this main trunk, but by the time all of the logs come in, I need the tracks to be 4 tracks wide here, and it reduces the amount of hold-ups and delays, which of course helps win the game. And at stations like this, we'll zoom out just to see the flows. So right from the start, when there is not much money, I will lay down single tracks, but already with the idea of making reasonably large circles, usually around about 100 miles in circumference. And you can see with 2 stations in each city, I prevent the competition from invading and destroying my architecture and my plans. And always the circles generally try to go anti-clockwise, because that conforms with the idea of in on the right-hand side and back out on the right-hand side. And so then for trains which need to bypass this city, we can connect the circles or bypass the circles on the outside in each direction, and again achieve really quite a very high throughput. So let's just look at Toledo. We've got passengers and mail coming in from Louisville. We've got cattle coming in. We've got furniture coming in. We've got carrots coming in. And again, the trains never reverse. They just keep flowing around one way, minimal crossing of paths. I didn't mean to click on the signals. I don't want signal mode. We've got lumber going out from the sawmills. We've got logs coming in, meat going out, carrots coming in, passengers and mail coming from Omaha, salt coming in, furniture coming in, more cattle coming in from a different farm, 2 different farms feed in the cattle. And you can see you can make a lot of money and make more furniture coming in. What's that? Cattle coming in, beer and cloth coming in, furniture coming in, wheat coming in, cattle coming in. And if a crossover connection becomes too congested, for example, bypassing trains on the right-hand side to the east here need to cross over incoming traffic. When that becomes too difficult, you can build a bridge over the congestion point. And the same on the right-hand side at the east here, trains are on the right-hand side, but to get back to the wheat farm, it became necessary to build a bridge over that to get them directly onto the left-hand side without crossing over all the other trains. So that's about it for chapter 2. We've got cattle, corn, sweet corn, beer, cloth, wheat. We've got everything coming in vast quantities at high speed, generating a fortune. So, any questions? Just ask. Many thanks. See ya.